This is Win News.
Tonight, emotions run high as the region gets behind the I-98 FM Illawarra convoy. Horror on the region's roads with a 5-year-old hit by a car and a woman trapped on Picton Road. And a new emergency services precinct opens in the Shoalhaven. Good evening, I'm Geoff Phillips. Also in this bulletin, an arsonist charged for an alleged rampage on a street in Oak Flats. And the opposition calls for the Illawarra to be included in a trial for mandatory life jackets for rock fishers. Another year of fun and excitement as the I-98 FM Illawarra convoy has wrapped up, with emotions running high as the community once again pulled together to raise up to $2 million for children's charities. The roaring trucks and bikes echoed across the region, amplified by the generosity of spectators who were cheering them on.
Roaring with excitement, the bikers were revving up for what is the biggest convoy in the Southern Hemisphere.
A woman has been charged for allegedly assaulting a 67-year-old man with a claw hammer in a road rage incident. Police say the victim was driving along the Princess Highway at Bomaderry with his wife around 5 p.m. yesterday when he was hit from behind by a car. He got out of his car to take photos of the other vehicle when a 35-year-old woman allegedly punched him in the face and hit him in the arm with the claw hammer. A Good Samaritan stepped in to try and help the man, but she was allegedly knocked unconscious and kicked while on the ground. The 35-year-old was charged with 7 offences, including assault occasioning actual bodily harm. She was granted bail to reappear in Nowra local court in January. Coming up next on Win News, a delivery driver robbed at knife point, and why Marine Rescue backs a decision to extend the rollout of mandatory life jackets for rockfishers in the Illawarra. Commuters carrying illicit drugs were the target of a police transport command operation on the Illawarra rail line on the weekend. They deployed the dog squad on trains between Kiama and Dapto, catching a 20-year-old man at Shellharbour Junction with cannabis and 13 ecstasy tablets, as well as a 19-year-old in Unadera who allegedly dropped a bag of 5 ecstasy tablets. Both were arrested and charged with possession and supply.
You have a good day too, sir.
Hello, ladies. My message is really simple. If you want to take drugs onto the transport network, you will get caught.
The men are due to appear in Wollongong Court tomorrow. Time for sport now with Amy and Nowra cricketer Nick Maddinson to debut for Australia.
He will, Geoff. One of 3 fresh faces to receive the call-up for the Adelaide Test, plus Josh Duggan stars in Australia's 4 Nations thumping of New Zealand.
This report brought to you by Nikolovsky Lawyers, helping you to rebuild.
In sport, St George Illawarra's Josh Duggan has bagged 2 tries in the Kangaroos' thumping of New Zealand in the 4 Nations final early this morning. Blake Ferguson got the scoring underway with a try in the 3rd minute before Duggan joined his former Raiders teammate on the scoreboard, finding the try line.
One-handed offload. Now to Cronk. Now to Boyd. Over the top to Duggan.
Duggan had his second 4-pointer just before half-time, putting the Kangaroos up by 22 at the break. A second-half double from Jordan Kahu gave the Kiwis a brief glimmer of hope, but Australia held on, regaining top spot on the world rankings with a 26-point win. And that's tonight's sport, Geoff.
Amy, thank you for that. The weather is next, then more pictures from the biggest charity fundraiser in the Illawarra.
This report brought to you by the Southern Highlands Outdoor Recreation and Adventure Show.
It was overcast for your back to work Monday, and there is a severe thunderstorm warning in place for parts of the Illawarra tonight. Let's have a look at the satellite. Cloud over the southern ranges with a trough is generating a few thunderstorms, while on the synoptic chart, hot air ahead of a trough will filter and continue to filter into New South Wales. That will lead to another hot day tomorrow. Temperature-wise today, Wollongong spanned 18 to 25. 31 was the maximum for Bowral and Nowra. Ulladulla 24, Batemans Bay and Maruya 29. Narooma hit 23. 35 in Bega. 29 was the maximum in Merimbula. Eden 15 to 28. The forecast for the Illawarra on the Highlands, it's going to be a sunny morning with a slight chance of showers coming through later in the day. For the south coast, becoming cloudy. There is a high chance of rain near the Victorian border and a medium chance elsewhere. Seas are running at 1 to 2 metres on a 1 metre swell, and there is a strong wind warning in place for the Eden coast. The first tide tomorrow is a high just on 4 o'clock. The low goes out at 25 to 10. Tomorrow, Eden 18 to 27 degrees, Merimbula 18 to 28, 32 for Bega, Narooma 28, Maria 16 to 27, Batemans Bay 18 to 33, Ulladulla 19 to 29, a hot day in Nowra 19 to 35, Bowral 17 to 31, a warm night in Wollongong tonight 20, getting up to 29 degrees tomorrow. Looking further ahead, some showers on Wednesday with a top of 23, partly cloudy on Thursday, a maximum of 20, partly cloudy again on Friday with a top of 22. And that is Win News for Monday the 21st of November. Join us for the All Australian News at 11:30 and again tomorrow at 6 for your Win Local News. I'm Geoff Phillips. Coming up next is The Project, but we leave you tonight with more pictures from the Illawarra convoy. Enjoy your evening until 6 tomorrow. Good night.